Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Shri Radha Madhava ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Samavita Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Gaura Premanande, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nasta Prayeshva Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyutama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Pravrishta karnarandrena swanam bhava saroruham Dunoti samalam Krishna salilasya yatha sarat. So this verse is explaining that just like the rain in the autumn time, it cleanses actually the pools of muddy water. So similarly, pravishta karnarandrena, when we just surrender our ears to the topic of Krishna Katha, that topic will enter our ear and push out all the impurities within our heart. So thank you very much for surrendering your ears today, this morning, in the discussion of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, chapter entitled Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy, text number 29. śrī-bhagavān uvāca mā veda-garbha tandrīṁ sarga udyamam āvaha mayāpāditaṁ agre yanmam prārthayate bhavān. śrī-bhagavān uvāca mā veda-garbha tandrīṁ sarga udyamam āvaha mayāpāditaṁ agre yanmam prārthayate bhavān. śrī-bhagavān uvāca mā veda-garbha tandrīṁ sarga udyamam āvaha mayāpāditaṁ agre yanmam prārthayate bhavān. Let's read. śrī-bhagavān uvāca mā veda-garbha tandrīṁ sarga udyamam āvaha mayāpāditaṁ agre yanmam prārthayate bhavān. śrī-bhagavān uvāca mā veda-garbha tandrīṁ sarga udyamam āvaha mayāpāditaṁ agre yanmam prārthayate bhavān. śrī-bhagavān uvāca ma veda-garbha tandrīṁ sarga udyamam āvaha. Mataji's. śrī-bhagavān uvāca mam veda-garbha tandrīṁ sarga udyamam āvaha mayāpāditaṁ agre bhavān. śrī-bhagavān uvāca. The Lord, the Personality of Godhead said, why the word supreme is not here? It's just our habit, always saying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyway. Ma, do not. Veda-garbha. O you who have the depth of all Vedic wisdom. Tandrīṁ become dejected. Sarge, for creation. Udyamam, enterprises. Āvaha, you just undertake that which you want. Mayā, by me. Āpāditam, executed. He, certainly. Agre, previously. Yat, which. Mam, from me. Prārthayate, begging. Bhavān, you. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then said, okay, the word supreme is here. O Brahmā, O depth of Vedic wisdom, be neither depressed nor anxious about the execution of creation. What you are begging from me has already been granted before. Kindly repeat. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then said, O Brahmā, O depth of Vedic wisdom, be neither depressed nor anxious about the execution of creation. What you are begging from me has already been granted before. Purport. Any person authorized by either the Lord or by his bona fide representative is already blessed, as is the work entrusted to him. Of course, the person entrusted with such a responsibility should always be aware of his incapability and must always look for the mercy of the Lord for the successful execution of his duty. One should not be puffed up because he is entrusted with certain executive work. Fortunate is he who is so entrusted, and if he is always fixed in the sense of being subordinate to the will of the Supreme, he is sure to come out successful in the discharge of his work. Arjuna was entrusted with the work of fighting on the battlefield of Kurukṣetra, and before he was so entrusted, the Lord had already arranged for his victory. But Arjuna was always conscious of his position as subordinate to the Lord, and thus he accepted him as the supreme guide in his responsibility. Anyone who takes pride in doing responsible work but does not give credit to the Supreme Lord is certainly falsely proud and cannot execute anything nicely. Brahmā and persons in the line of his disciplic succession who follow in his footsteps are always successful in the discharge of loving transcendental service to the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Panglunglam Hayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamahang Vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Katanchana Smrite Yasmin Duskaram Sukaram Bhavet Vismrite Viparitam Shyat Shri Chaitanya Namamitam. Hare Krishna. So with all the blessings of all the devotees present here, especially senior devotees, Srila Prabhupada's disciples, so kindly bless me that I can say something that meaningful and ultimately purifying myself. Hare Krishna. So here is the prayers of Lord Brahma to the creative energy. Yeah. So we see this is actually the first response of the Supreme Lord. Who is here? The Supreme Lord that the Bhagavatam refer here. Actually, this is the narration of Maitreya Muni to Mahatma Vidura. So this is their conversation. So now Maitreya is narrating how Lord Brahma is about to perform the Visarga, the secondary creation. So before he performed his task, so he offered prayers. To whom here? Garbhodakasai Vishnu. Yes, to Garbhodakasai Vishnu. Yeah. So here is the first response of the Supreme Lord that he guaranteed Lord Brahma actually that whatever he asks will be granted, because it's already granted many times before. So now here we can see that actually Lord Brahma is not performing his task for the first time to perform the creation. Yeah, but already many times, and the Lord always give his blessings to him. So there are three main things that Lord Brahma asks in his prayer in this chapter. The first one is that he was asking, please empower me. Now we know that Lord Brahma is the topmost manager of this universe. Still he is like being so humble and pray to the Lord. He genuinely feels that he is incapable of doing this great task. Yeah, so he's praying to the Lord, please empower me. The second one is that, please protect me from false ego. Yeah, from pride especially. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada talks about pride here in his purport. Yeah, because generally when a person occupies some position, immediately he will grow his horn. Yeah. Yeah, become proud is very easy. Even Srila Prabhupada mentioned, what to speak of Brahma, what to speak of Indra, even the beggar will become proud of his own pennies. Yes? So Lord Brahma is praying here, please protect me from being proud. And then the third one, what Brahma is asking to the Lord, please save me from deviation. This is very important. Yes, sometimes we may abuse the position that we have, you know. Yeah, because Maya is very strong. So it's very tricky. Yes. So these are the three main requests that Lord Brahma is asking in this chapter to the Lord. And the Lord said, you don't worry. I guarantee whatever you have been asked, it's already given before. So why not will given today? Yeah. So pride is very interesting topic to be discussed. That every fallen conditioned soul has this kind of sense of being proud of anything, Oh, I'm the father, I'm the in charge of something. The main reason why we are here, as Srila Prabhupada explained, is that because we wanted to lord it over the material nature. We may not be occupying the position of Brahma, but something is there that we always think that, yes, I am the man, yeah, of something, of something. That's why in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, yes, Srila Prabhupada, when Lord Krishna mentioned what are the demoniac qualities, the first thing that Lord Krishna mentioned to Arjuna is that Dhambo Darpa Bhimanascha. So Dhamba means pride. Darpa means arrogance. Abhimana means conceit. So very interesting. In that sloka 16.4, Srila Prabhupada started his purport by mentioning in this verse, the royal road to the hell is described. Yeah? So the royal road of hell is described. What is that? Being proud. That is the first thing. Yeah, so be careful. Yes, we think that, only the demons are having this kind of quality, being proud, But sometimes we are also being the victim of this quality that sometimes we feel proud, right? Although sometimes unknown by us. Yes, although sometimes unknown by us. So we are being a victim of this quality, proud. So be careful with that. Of course, it's not an easy thing to overcome pride, especially when we are able to do some small service and it is successful. Yes, we think that, yes, it is me. Sometimes we meet some devotees and then having some conversation, and we see some other devotees walking around, and then we say, this devotee? I'm the one who preached to him like long time ago, 10, 15 years ago, when he was still a new bhakta. Sometimes we may heard that kind of expression, So we should be very careful. Because when we have this sense of pride, we are actually losing the mercy from the spiritual master, the mercy of the devotees, and ultimately the mercy of the Lord. Yes. Therefore, in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when Lord Krishna explained to Arjuna, there are 20 items of knowledge. From text number 8 to, there are 5 verses there. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Isn't it? No. Text number 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, check it again. So, in these verses, Lord Krishna, the first thing he mentioned is that amanitva adambitva. Yeah, humility and pridelessness. And Srila Prabhupada explained what is the meaning, what is the real meaning of humility. Humility, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that humility means not Yes. Brihaspati came to his court, and all other demigods, they stood up, offer respect to Brihaspati, but Indra remained on his throne. Yes. He's thinking that, yes, I'm the Indra, I'm the king of heaven. Yeah. So Brihaspati became insulted, and without saying a word, he just left. He just left. And then when the demon understand this thing, yes, the demigods without the presence of their guru, they are becoming very fragile. Let's attack the demigod. So now the demon attacked Indra and heaven. And Indra fled away. Yeah. So that is one example. Another example also, one time that Brihaspati came, gave him garland to Indra. Yeah, give Indra garland. Indra became so proud, and he took off his garland and gave to his elephant. His elephant, of course, Airavata is a great elephant, but in that pastime, it is depicted that elephant is being animal. So this elephant just took off the garland, dashed it to the ground, and trampled using his feet. And his guru became offended. So many times this has happened to Indra. Yes, so pride is very, very tricky. Sometimes, as I mentioned earlier, that it is unnoticed by ourselves. Yeah. It is so easy to notice that someone else is proud, you know. But when it comes to you, like, oh, come on. You know, sometimes you are being very humble. Yeah. So that's the thing. Easy to see pride in others, but not in you. Yeah, sometimes we become proud of our so-called humility. Yes, that is the thing. So it's like so dangerous, so tricky. Yeah. So what to speak of Indra? Who is the best devotees described by Srila Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Instruction? The gopis, right? The gopis is the best devotees amongst all the devotees. Yeah. But in the 10th canto in chapter 30, we see the narration of the Rasa Lila. So Krishna expanded himself into as many gopis, right? And then Krishna, he was dancing with all these gopis, and then each gopis, they get their own Krishna. So now, each of these gopis thinking that, oh, I'm so special. I'm so special that Krishna is only dancing with me. Because they see only Krishna in the front of their eyes and dancing with them. So what happened when that thought came to the mind of the gopis? Krishna suddenly disappeared. So Krishna suddenly disappeared because of that sense of pride in the heart of the gopis. And now all these gopis start searching. Oh, where is Yashodanandan? Oh, where is Krishna? And then the gopis found Krishna's lotus feet printed on the sand of the banks of Yamuna. And not only that, along with somebody else's lotus feet print. And then the gopis know that actually this particular gopi is Srimati Radharani. Yes. And then the gopi is saying that Anaya radito nunam bhagavan haririshwaraha yando vihaya govindam pritoyam anayadrataha. Anaya radito nunam bhagavan haririshwaraha. And the gopi said that, oh, certainly this particular girl, particular gopi is the best worshipper of Sri Hari, of the Bhagavan. Therefore, Yanno Vihaya Govindam Pritoyam Anayadrahaha. Lord Govinda has taken her into a secluded place, leaving us behind. So now, the gopi is just lamenting. Oh yes, this is because of our pride within our heart. So now, there we go, Srimati Radharani with Krishna. And then Srimati Radharani also developed this sense of pride, thinking that, oh, Krishna left all the gopis. He just brought me here in the very special place where nobody else around. When Krishna understood that sense of pride, Krishna also just disappeared. Yeah. So Srimati Radharani, it is described in the Sri Gopal Champu, Srimati Radharani was crying so loudly, calling Rama, Rama. Yes, because Krishna has disappeared. And Srimati Radharani, along with the gopis, started to search Krishna all over the forest. They are asking the plants, oh my dear plants, have you seen Yashodanandan? It is described actually that Mahavishnu was there on the banks of Yamuna when Srimati Radhika, along with the gopis, met Mahavishnu, who is actually none other than Krishna. They offered their obeisances to Mahavishnu and asked Lord Mahavishnu, oh my dear Lord, have you seen Krishna? Mahavishnu said, no, I don't. And then they offered obeisances and left. So that must so much attachment that the gopis has for the supreme form of Krishna, yeah, Shyama Sundar form. So, but of course later on, after they regretted this kind of sense of pride, Krishna appeared again and they became reunited again. So the lesson here is that we have to be very careful. You know, we have to be very careful with the sense of pride. You know, especially when we occupy some position, performing some great task, although in the service of the Lord. Yeah, we should be very careful. So, to become humble in all the time for the conditioned souls might be a very difficult task. You know, might be a very difficult task because this demoniac mentality is always, you know, surrounding ourselves, and at any moment it just can cling to our mind. Yeah, asatyam āpratistamti jaganahuraniswaram aparaspara sambhuta kim anya kamahai to come. This is the demoniac nature. So there is the demon will think that asatyam āpratistamti jaganahur anishwaram. In this world, there is no Ishvara other than me. I am the Ishvara. I am the controller. Yeah. Jaganahuraniswaram aparaspara sambhuta kim anya kama hai to come. And in this world, everything moves simply by kama, by lust. We might be also thinking like that. Yeah, maybe subtly in our mental, you know. But that is actually very detrimental for our Krishna consciousness practice. Yeah. Well, you may have heard this explanation before, how dangerous pride is. But it is what it is. It is very dangerous, and if we are not careful, then we may also become victim. Yeah, we may also become victim. Therefore, before performing any task, actually, we should pray to the Lord. Yeah, we should pray to the Lord for His mercy, just like how Lord Brahmā is praying here to the Lord. Even in our house, before worshipping the deities, there is special mantra that we should chant. Yeah, Naham vipro na chanara patir napi vaishuna sudro naham varni na chagriha patir na vanasto yatirva kintu prodyan nikila paramananda purnamritabder gopi bhartu pada kamalayor dasa dasa anudasaha. So this verse is explaining, I am not a Brahmana, I am not Kshatriya, I am not Vaishya, I am not a Shudra, I am not a sannyas, I am not Vanaprastha, Grihastha or Brahmachari. I am simply the servant of the servant of the servant of the gopis. So before performing the service, we should understand that I am not the doer. That is the idea. I am not the doer. Yeah. it is only by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of Guru, that now I will perform this service and may it come out successfully. Yeah, so that is the mood that we have to, develop in some way or other. We should be always praying, begging the mercy of the Lord. Just like we see also in the Prabhupada Lila Mrita, that it is described when Srila Prabhupada still in Radha Damodar Mandir in Vrindavan. So how he was intensely praying. So actually there was one Babaji who lived near the Radha Damodar Mandir. So every night, in the midnight, he always heard someone is crying. So one day this Babaji, out of his curiosity, so he tried to stay awake and then tried to see what is going on here. And then he peeped that actually it is Srila Prabhupada. He was sweeping on the ground around the samadhi of Srila Rupa Goswami and crying, weeping, simply saying, "Oh Prabhu, oh Prabhu." Yeah? Just asking the mercy of Rupa Goswami that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave him this task to preach in the English-speaking country, in the Western world. So, out of his humility, Srila Prabhupada is begging the mercy of the Acharya, Srila Rupa Goswami. Yeah? So, we should always follow here the footstep of Lord Brahma, being humble, always looking for the mercy of the Lord and His devotees. Yeah, because without humility, the mercy of the Lord cannot be, received by us properly. Just like here I have only one cup. Yeah, imagine this is another cup. This is an empty cup, If the empty cup wanted to receive water from this cup, so he should lower his position like this. If he becomes so puffed up, then when this cup pouring the water, then this empty cup cannot receive the water of mercy. Krishna Sakti vina nahi tara pravartan. So without Krishna Sakti, without the empowerment of the Lord, we cannot do anything actually, especially preaching. We cannot preach the message of the Lord without Krishna Sakti. Yeah? Kali kalera dharma Krishna nam sankirtan. Krishna Sakti vina nahi tara pravartan. We cannot preach the Yuga Dharma. We cannot spread the holy name without the mercy of the Lord. So we have to always beg the Lord's mercy. Yeah? By asking the Lord with genuine humility, as shown here by Lord Brahma. Yeah? Lord Brahma is very exemplary in this example. Of course, like many other examples also, that the mercy of the Lord simply flow toward the devotees out of the devotees' humility. So the other day, I met Srivas Prabhu, His Grace Srivas Prabhu. So I heard his class. It's very nice, Where in the beginning of his class, he really genuinely appreciate His Grace Jananiwas Janmastami Prabhu for his kindness when he came here to study the Bhakti Sastri in Mayapur Institute. So I met him few days ago on the street, here behind the Brahmachari ashram. So I was riding on my scooter. I stopped by because I saw him. He is my teacher, Bhakti Vaibhava teacher in Mayapur Institute. So when I stopped, he smiled and he was ready to hug me. But I took off my shoes and then he understood that I'm going to offer my obeisances to him. Before I offered my obeisances, he offered his obeisances first. So he offered obeisances to me. So we offered obeisances to each other. We got up and then he hugged me. He's asking, "How are you?" This and that. Family is okay. Yeah. So now he's a guru. He's an ISKCON guru. Yeah. So, and still unchanged, he's unchanged. I'm not saying that other gurus are pride, no, not at all. But encountering this kind of incident, it's like so soothing to the heart. He's very senior, he's one of the gurus in our movement. He doesn't have to offer his obeisances to me, and he's much elder than me. So yes, seeing this kind of examples that is shown by our devotees here, it's actually increasing my own faith, increasing my own faith that yes, there is a hope here. Yeah, by constantly praying to the Lord, constantly, genuinely try to get the mercy of the devotees, that actually guaranteed the Lord's mercy will definitely flow toward us. Yeah, of course, our goal is to be always anxious to get the service of the Lord, but in between us and the service of the Lord, the mercy of devotees is required. Yeah, we should not forget the mercy of the devotees. Yes, how that service is done is actually by the mercy of the Lord through His devotees. Yeah, we should be very eager to get the service of the Lord, and along with that, humility should be always there. Otherwise, if we are having the sense of pride while performing our service, although it seems to be successful, but that could be very detrimental for our practice in Krishna consciousness. Okay? So I'll just read once again the translation of this verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead then said, O Brahma, O depth of Vedic wisdom, be neither depressed nor anxious about the execution of creation. What you are begging from me has already been granted before. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. We have 13 minutes for if anybody would like to give some comment. Yes, Janmastami Prabhu.
Srila Prabhupada, always demonstrated tremendous humility, but there was many occasions where it appeared that, like the League of Devotees in Jhansi, many situations that appeared to not be successful. But I was just recently reading in the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, there was analysis given of how, it's transcendental. If one has the right mood in serving the Lord, success or failure, it's all in the transcendental platform. We really can't differentiate between the two. The main thing is the bhakti. And then if we look at the trajectory that Srila Prabhupada went through, and how he, when he went to New York and he stayed with the Swami and his recorder was stolen and his typewriter, and then he moved in with a friendly person that went completely psychotic on LSD and was screaming at the top of his lungs 1 foot away from his face. And then he moved to another place, and there was Carl Jurgen's place, and his wife Ava wasn't into him being there at all, and it was just like really, but that led to going to 26 2nd Avenue. And then all of these, and Prabhupada was trying so hard to get his godbrothers to help, send money, do this, do that, but they wouldn't cooperate a bit. And then, but the whole thing was it led Prabhupada to trusting, putting all of his energy into these young American boys and girls, and then all over the world, Krishna consciousness spread. I was just talking to one of Janavi Mataji, who was Guru's Mukunda Maharaj. An amazing service that he did, getting things. He's the one that made the arrangement with Mr. Gardner for 26 2nd Avenue. He arranged with Shama Sundar the Mantra Rock concert in San Francisco. Out of this world, like completely out of line with any kind of Vedic. But then that led to the Beatles getting involved, and then a whole thing in London developed. And then through the Beatles, Krishna consciousness spread like wildfire throughout Europe and America. That's when I first found out about it. So the successes and failures for someone on the transcendental platform, it's really all success, because and then Krishna's making all these arrangements. But similarly, for devotees, when we go through difficult times and it appears that we're just getting smashed, it's actually really good for us, because it allows us to come closer into our relationship with Krishna. We'll cry feelingly from the heart, like Queen Kunti, Vipada Shantata Shashvat Tatra Jagat Guru. Let those calamities happen again and again, Krishna, because when they happen, you come to us, and when you come to us, we no longer see repeat of birth and death. So that's another way of looking at it, you know, and it actually helps us. Pratishta, you know, according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, is the root cause of all the other wanting name and fame. And so it's something that Krishna will very deliberately smash with us. But if we keep steady in our sadhana practices and really chant good rounds, then we can get through that. You know, so the successes and failures, it's kind of like on a material platform, we view it that way, but real success is just going deeper and deeper in relationship with Krishna. I got to go to a meeting at the Nationals. It's just something that occurred to me as you were speaking.
Thank you so much, Janmashtami Prabhu. Yes, very nice point. Yes, success and failure for a transcendental devotee is all success, because still the devotees will keep performing his service, doesn't matter what. And as Prabhu mentioned, that the real success is that how we can go deeper in our practice. Thank you, Prabhu. Anybody else? Yes, Prabhu in the back.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandava.
Hare.
You have very well demonstrated the existence of the pride from the king of demigods Indra to the highest devotees of gopis. So that means by default pride is existing in everyone, supposed to be as per your class. To that also is the author of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then we as sadhakas, serving devotees, we may be serving in any capacity, in the administration or even as sadhana. What is the practical applications that come out of our natural instinct? Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Well, yes, as you are rightly mentioned, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for your questions. Yes, pride is always there in the deep core of the jivas. Yeah, but of course, when we see, first of all, I would like to make a note that when we see that the example of the gopis, when they have this kind of sense of pride, we can see it from the transcendental aspect. You know, it is not the same as the pride that we may experience, first of all, because they are all actually the liberated jivas. Yeah. And for the conditioned souls, yes, definitely, we have this kind of seeds. I would say this kind of seeds of being proud within our heart, and it can be come up at any moment, at any opportunity. And then, can you repeat again your questions once again? What is the practical what?
Practical application in our daily sadhana.
Practical application in our daily sadhakas of
it could be in performing our sadhana, that means
yes.
we could be a siksha gurus to somebody, or we also may be serving in administration level. Because as a leader, like Indra's example is that, Gopi's example is for the sadhana, serving the Lord.
Yes, thank you. Yes, what is the practical application while performing our sadhana in daily life? You know, first and foremost is that try to serve the devotees. Try to serve the devotees. In that way, actually, one naturally will become humble. And then for example, you occupy the position. We have one of our co-directors here. His Grace Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu. Yes. So he is one of the co-director here. Okay, he's one of the top manager here in ISKCON Mayapur. But he has the right mood while occupying that position, that he has this position to serve the community. Not to rule the community, but to serve the community. So with that genuine feeling, that understanding that, yes, I am the servant of all these devotees, then in that way we are safe in our position. Although while occupying the high position, a managerial position is not easy. Yeah. But if you have the right mood, that yes, I have this position, somehow or other Krishna entrusted me, then I have to utilize this position to serve the devotees of the Lord for the Lord's pleasure and His devotees' pleasure. So in that way we are safe. Yeah. Otherwise, then we may deviate. That's why Lord Brahma is praying here to save him from deviation. Well, sometimes you might see some of the managers here, they don't smile at all. Yeah. It is not that because they are, arrogance or pride, because there are too many things on their head. Managing a big community like in Mayapur, where we have around 8,000 devotees, is not a small thing. So sometimes, too many things on their head and they are unable to smile. But in their mind, they constantly think how they can, solve this problem, that problem. People are complaining. We try our best. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, that is so bad. But by the end of the day, they simply want to serve the devotees. If they don't smile, you should understand that they already, thinking a lot about our well-being here while being in Mayapur. So that is fine. Yeah. But when they don't smile, it doesn't mean that they are proud or something out of their position. They simply thinking of our welfare for your information, So always think that you are the servant of the devotees. That's the practical application while performing our sadhana bhakti or while we are occupying some managerial position, Always think that, yes, I'm doing this for the pleasure of the Lord and His devotees. Then we are safe. Otherwise, we may abuse and deviate from our service while occupying some kind of position. Yes? Hare Krishna. Sarva Bhauma Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for that nice class. I just wanted to offer something from my personal point of view or life. For me, it's always necessary to differentiate between material pride and spiritual pride. Spiritual pride for me is essential, and I don't have the exact reference, but one time I heard, and I believe that Srila Prabhupada was asked, how do you become humble? And the answer was by being bold for Krishna. All right? The service purifies the intelligence, the mind, all the psychological, stuff. And the more we serve, the more we see that without the Lord's assistance and intervention at almost every second, we're actually hopeless and miserable and forlorn. Hare Krishna. Thanks for the nice class.
Thank you, Prabhu.
And your own life, it's a shining example. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Yes. It came across to my mind in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is described in the Dhruva pastime. It is described that Narada Muni is feeling so proud of his disciple, Dhruva. Yeah. So when Narada was testing Dhruva, oh Dhruva, you are still small, why you should take Suruchi's words so seriously? Just don't go to the forest, just go home, play. What is the need of performing austerities? And Dhruva said, no, I will go to the forest and worship the Lord and get what I want. And in that part of pastime. It is described in the Bhagavatam that Narada Muni, he was feeling proud of his disciples. But of course, Srila Prabhupada explained, this is a spiritual proud. Yeah, proud in the sense of that he's happy to see the determination of Dhruva Maharaj. Yes. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.